Hey babes, and welcome back to another video. I am so thrilled to be doing this one. I'm really bad normally at saving makeup to do like a full face of whatever, but I have quite a few new products I'm testing out in this video. One of these standout products is like, this is kind of like a Colourpop-y video if you know. Because this one is the Good as Gold palette from their like butterfly collection. This palette is gorgeous, you guys. I'm very impressed. I really like it. Obviously I'm filming this after having already tried it because it's on my eyes right now. I also did try some more Ioni Lashes. I got this big set. I will be giving one of these away in a giveaway coming up. And I just tried a lot of new products, and I don't have a full face, but I also use some of my newer products that you guys don't really see on camera all the time. And yeah, I really like this look, you guys. So if you guys want to see how I, number one, got this look, and number two, want to see some of the new products that I got around Black Friday using them in today's video, then just stick around and let's go ahead and jump into this video. Okay guys, so I am wearing a shirt, by the way. But we are starting a fresh face today because what I'm going to do is show you guys a bunch of new stuff, and like I have a lot of new products, but I don't have a full face of new products. So let's go ahead and get started. So two of these items were a gift from my mom, which is super sweet. They were Christmas presents because I'm not going to be with her this Christmas. I'm going to be with Tyler's family. So she got me the Good as Gold Colourpop palette. This is from their like Mariposa butterfly collection. I don't know like what the collection is called, but it has like butterflies all over it and it's like gold and beautiful. So we're going to be working with this palette. I just want to give you guys like a rundown of the products that are new first. And part of the reason I'm wearing this off the shoulder like top, this by the way, this is from Charlotte Russe. I got it at the thrift store a while back. I don't know. But she also bought me something from Soul, which I've been wanting something from them as soon as they launched. This is a sister brand from Colourpop, and she got me the dry oil, the shimmering dry oil in the shade Warm Gold. Super excited to like put this all over my body and see how it feels. And I also got some things for myself that I've just been like saving up to try on camera for you guys. So something that I got, I actually found this at Burlington, is an Ioni lash set. You guys know my favorite lashes that I like talked about that I got from the dollar store, like Dollar Tree. Well, I found the same brand at Burlington, and they had this like giant pack of them, and they still, in this pack, they're $1 per lash, which is insane. So this retails for $7.99, and it comes with 8 and lash glue, even though I'm not going to use the lash glue that's included. These are 100% handmade, totally vegan, which is super nice. These are a luxury 3D foaming lashes. By the way, I got the other one of this when I talked about it in a giveaway or in a video, and I'm going to include the other one that I bought in a giveaway for Christmas for you guys. So I will post the giveaway video very soon if it's not already up. Okay, so you guys know I've been obsessed with blush lately. I don't know how that happened or like why I suddenly got obsessed with blush, but I also picked up the LA Girl Island Hottie palette. I was gonna actually like show you guys all this stuff in a vlog, but I decided to just make a video out of it and like make a holiday look with the stuff that I got on Black Friday and stuff like that. A lot of the blushes that I have right now are either shimmery or like just very, very intense. And I'm sure these are gonna be too, but they also have like more like warm tones and like some more matte situations. This one actually looks very similar to the one from, hello. This shade right here, this like the most darkest orangey one, looks very similar to the Kathleen Lights Colourpop one in the shade My Sun and Stars. So if you guys are looking for a dupe for that, this literally looks like the same thing so far. I also got some like random little products. So I actually got another one of this Essence Make Me Brows, but I got a lighter color because I've been trying to get my brows to be lighter, but I haven't dyed them recently, so I think this might be too light. And I also got the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Liner. I have these, but I don't have this color, so I picked up one of these. Oh my god, you guys. I picked up 2 of these Essence Make Me Brow gels. I have one that's already like, I have a dark brown one, and online this color looked darker than what it is. This is Soft Brownie Brows, and I have the shade Brownie Brows. These are too light for me, so these are going to have to go back. I'm going to return them. I also picked up 2 shades of the the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. I got the shade Medium 28 and Medium 26, and they're actually both too dark for me. Let me just show you the lightest one on camera. I was going to use them in today's video, but I don't want to use them knowing that they're the wrong shade if I'm just going to try to return them. So you can see, like, I feel like it'd be okay, but mostly my foundation, like, is generally this color. So you see, like, It's just like a smidge too yellow, so I have to go return this as well. I picked up this red lip liner because I have been struggling to find like a really nice red lip liner. And the LA Girl Perfect Precision lip liners are like some of my favorite. I also did pick up another one of these Revolution lip plumping glosses. I love the clear one that I have of this. This one has a bit of color to it. This one's in the shade Cookie. I might be too light to wear this the way that I want to, so we'll see. There is a girl I saw wearing it and I was like, oh my god, I need that, but you know what? No, it's not too dark. Yeah, it's not too dark for me, but you can see it gave color to my lips. The thing is that I think that the clear one is my favorite because you can like really pack it on and it doesn't like give you too much color because it's clear and it's like more juicy in my opinion. But I do like this one, and I already have it on my lips now to like moisturize them and everything. I picked up another one of my favorite lip liners, the same ones, the Perfect Precision one, like the red one that I got. I got the shade Cafe, which is like my favorite like nude lip liner ever, just as like a replacement. And I also picked up the shade Sugar and Spice, which is the thing, I think the one I'm going to be using today to use it with this lip product. So I'm not going to be using the red lip liner, the Cafe shade, which I already have, and then this purple eyeliner, just because like it's not going to go with the look that I'm like imagining. So I have talked about this in a recent video as well. This is the Too Faced Hangover Primer. This is the like It's So Big one, and in my last video I talked to you guys about how this was super expensive if you just bought it off of Too Faced website. It's literally $49. I checked after that video and it's $49. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's huge, it'll last you a long time, but that's a bit excessive. If you don't get it at a like TJ Maxx style store, do not buy it. I literally cannot reiterate that enough. I feel like it's so like $50 for like a moisturizing, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just really cheap, but like I just can't get behind that. So the next thing I'm gonna do is pop on the Conceal and Hydrate foundation, and I'm gonna be using my e.l.f. beauty sponge. Yeah, I think this color's gonna be better. I mean, even though it's lighter, the thing is that the shades with this foundation are kind of weird. Okay, so even though it's lighter, I think this undertone is better for me. But like, I did self-tan recently and I talked about that in a recent video, but like the self-tan has faded and normally I pull more yellow. You guys see the problem? So I have the matte one in the shade, like the Conceal and Define one in the shade F7, and I'm going to just apply some to see if the colors are different between like the formulas, you know? Because I do feel like the F7 one is like more, for the matte one is like more my speed, like the colors. Yeah, I feel like the Conceal and Hydrate foundation pulls more pink. Like this looks like lighter, but also it pulls pink. It has a pink undertone. While the Conceal and Define one in the same shade is more of a yellowy undertone. Like even though it's lighter, can you guys see that? I hope you can. Y'all, I'm so disappointed. Okay, I tried it out. I'm not gonna use this, and I'm not gonna be keeping it because I'm devastated that both of the foundations from the Conceal and Hydrate line that I got, they're both the wrong shade, and they're like the ones that were closest to like my skin tone, and I just don't think you guys will ever see this foundation on my channel again. The Conceal and Hydrate one, it's just, I feel like it makes me look a little greasy if I wear it too long, especially on my nose. It looks really nice, but I definitely think that the matte formula is just more like, has more of a yellow undertone in the same shade range. So I'm gonna take this off and I'll be right back. Already this video is a little bit of a mess, so bear with me guys. Okay guys, so the last time I did my makeup that I really felt like my skin looked super nice was when I used the L'Oreal combination that I talked about, which I told you guys was probably my new favorite combination. So it is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte and the 24-Hour Fresh Wear. Both from L'Oreal. I have the Infallible one in the shade 470 right now because I'm tanner than normal, and the shade's a bit lighter, so this one is in the shade 105. So I'm going to mix the two together equal parts, and that's what's going to go on my face. Okay, do you guys see how much better like this color looks on me? Number one, yeah, I mix it. One is a darker foundation, so the shade looks like better, but also you can see it has like that yellow undertone despite it being darker, because the Conceal and Hydrate F8 is about this color on me, but it's like pink for some reason. It just like pulls a lot of pink, so that's not cute. I don't like that. It's not really for me. So I actually don't have a new concealer So we're just gonna use what I have on deck, and I'm gonna go in with the Morphe Concealer. This one you can see is too light on me, but I'm gonna mix it with a concealer that is like pretty like average color for me. It's not too dark or too light, because I want a nice bright under eye. So the Morphe one I have in the shade C155, and again this one pulls a little bit pink, like a peachy situation, which will actually brighten the under eyes, and that's fine, but like all over the face is just too much. And then I have the BH Studio Pro in the shade 104. This is a great concealer. The only problem is I hate this packaging. I find that like it has squirted out on me like so many times, you all have no idea. And this one's running out, so like even has more of a like risk to do that. I'm always so like careful, but at the same time this is like such an affordable concealer that like it's okay. And then just to like lightly highlight and make it a little brighter, I'm gonna put this one like right under my eyes. So probably my newest loose powder, except for the Makeup Revolution one, which I will use here in a minute, is the collab one. So we're gonna go ahead and use this one today. And I do apply this with a powder puff. So I'm gonna use this one just under my under eyes, and then I'm gonna use the Makeup Revolution Light Pink Loose Setting Powder, which has like this like light shimmering effect to do the rest of my face, because it kind of makes everything look almost like highlighted in like the most subtle way. Okay, so as you can see, I also put the collab powder around my nose just because my nose gets oily, but everywhere else that I want to look highlighted, I'm gonna go in with the Makeup Revolution powder, like especially right here on my cheeks. And you guys will see a difference in the finish, hopefully on camera. The first time I used this powder, I was like, there's shimmer on my face, like, but it does totally have that finish. And at first I thought it was crazy because it's not advertised to be that way, but it totally is. So we're looking crazy, I know. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually take my Morphe powder. This is in the shade Filter 4. I'm also trying to use products that I don't really use like on everyday basis on my videos. You can see this one is like a more yellow color, and it's a powder that I actually use a lot to like take with me when I go places, because it's just a good color. It's not too light or too dark. Some of my powders I like to buy a little lighter for my under eyes to touch up, but this one is like one that's like right up my alley. So I'm just actually, I didn't even say what I was doing. I'm using this new Equate brush that it's not new for me, but like it's kind of new. It's newer in my collection. And I'm using the Morphe powder on it to just dust everything away. The next thing I'm going to do is bronze. I don't actually have a super... Oh, I do! I totally forgot about this palette. I feel like I had something else new to test out for you guys, and I couldn't remember what it was. But I actually just got the Tarte Park Ave Princess palette. I'm so excited. So this is the Chisel Palette. And number one, the packaging is like freaking gorgeous. It has a super nice mirror in it. And let me just show you guys the shades in here. So it's pretty versatile, but like the problem is that it really only works on skin tones. My color, a little darker, a little lighter, but like if you have a deeper skin tone, this palette, go. It's not for you, because look at the colors in here, you know? So maybe they have one, maybe Tarte has one that is a darker shade, like you know how Jaclyn Hill has her light highlighting palette and her darker highlighting palette. Maybe they have that, but if they don't, that's kind of like, I can't really recommend a palette like that. That's not gonna work for everybody, or if they don't have like more than one. But I am excited to like test it out and see what it looks like on my skin tone, because I know a lot of you guys watch me because I'm either a similar skin tone to you, or I don't know, you like my eye looks, I don't know. So there's different shades in here. I think I'm actually gonna go with the shade Angle. It's a matte bronzer. Okay, so these don't have like a super strong scent, but they definitely have like a smell to them, maybe like a vanilla. They don't just smell like regular makeup. Okay, so this is applying really nicely, and I'm liking the way it looks so far. I also have two in here that are a bit shimmery. So the first one, the first bronzy shade, and this one over here. This is the deepest one, and it's the most, like these two are the sparkly ones. So I said I'm going with Crown. I'm going with Crown first because it's like the matte one, just to kind of do an all over bronze. So far this bronzer, I mean, not that I expected anything different. Like Tarte is obviously a brand that is expensive for a reason. It's supposed to be good, at least you would think. So I'm gonna take the Morphe Y9. This is like my little contouring brush. I really want to take the deeper shade, but the problem is that it's like shimmery, so I don't know. I'm gonna test it out. So I wanted to pop it back here. I mean, it looks good. You can't really see the shimmer. So even though it has like shimmer in it, like it made it deeper, but not really shimmery. I'm also going to try to contour my nose with this, see how that works. I normally stick to like my butter bronzer for my nose contour. I'm going to take the shade Princess Cut, which is a bit more cool toned for my nose contour. But the shade is really good. I mean, like, if I was traveling, I could totally get away with just bringing this palette. And I'm also really impressed with the way that my nose contour came out with that shade Princess Cut. I'm also going to take the shade Princess Cut with a little bit of angle, just kind of mix the two matte shades together. And kind of fake a fuller lip. Tati from, well, Tati, like Tati Beauty, Tati her beauty channel, Glam Life Guru Tati. She does this a lot, but she actually does it with cream, but I think it still works. So this is really nice so far. I'm actually going to also take a little like under eye brush, and I'm going to take the shade Enhance. It's really nice that they have like a more, this one's more pinky toned and this one's a bit more yellow. I'm going to take the shade Enhance, which is more yellow, and pop it on my under eye. You can see how much brighter this one looks. So that worked out. I'm actually also going to take the shade Enhance and clean up this contour a little bit. I feel like I would normally do this with like baking, but I kind of wanted to show you guys the versatility. Next, I'm going to go in with the shades from here. This is the Island Hottie palette from LA Girl. This is their blush palette. You guys, this is so cute. So something I really like about this palette is the versatility in here. So it does have some shimmer shades, some matte shades, like a mauve-y, has a lot of different stuff, but I've been really liking like soft blushes like this shade in particular to go in as a transitional style blush to kind of blow out all over my cheeks, and then at the end finish off with a blush more like this. So I feel like this might be one of my, oh yes, this might be one of my newer favorite like blush palettes. Definitely good for travel because you get a lot of variety actually. Look how nice. I'm so obsessed. And by the way, this shade that looks super light on me that I'm a little bit more like, I'm not super fair, you know, it showed up really nicely and I was able to build it up super intense. So this is not super new to my channel. I've used it in quite a few videos already, but this is the Revolution Pro Glow 2 palette. I'm going to take this like rosy shade right here and use it to highlight the top of my brow situation here. Normally I use the shade Precious Petals from Wet n Wild, and it gives me the same effect, but this one's a little more intense, so you have to go like pretty light with these ones. They're like, they can get beaming really, really fast. So I'm literally like barely dipping in. My favorite places to put highlight is like all through here, and I love having it. I love doing that like Jaclyn Hill thing where she like puts a highlighter on her cheekbones. I think that when you smile it does look really flattering. That was a tip I learned from her, and like she was totally right. It looks really good. So now I'm gonna go in with this like more champagne shade and pop that one on my chin. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my face real quick and do my brows off camera, and we'll be right back to jump into the eye look. Okay, so we are going to be using the Good as Gold Colourpop palette. This is a newer palette from Colourpop. It is super neutral gold and shimmery. It's beautiful, and I love that it has a matte black in here. So we're going to start with priming our lids with concealer. I'm using the Morphe Concealer. This is in the shade C155. It's a little bit light for my under eyes, but it's great for priming the lids. So I'm cleaning up my brows with this as well, and just making sure that I have a really good base to go in with eyeshadows. So first I'm going to start with this eyeshadow right here. It's called State of Mind. It is a nice neutral transition shade in this palette. This palette only has 4 matte shades that are completely matte, so you have to keep that in mind. I find that with this shade it was a little bit too light, so preferably I would have dipped out of this palette to use something a little bit warmer here, because the next shade that we're going to go in with is a little bit of a warm brown rather than something more in between the 2 shades. So just keep that in mind. If you just have this palette, you can always use a bronzer and toss it in after this shade if it makes it easier for you. But I did want to show you guys that you can just use this palette. So now I'm going to go with the shade Trooper, which is a light honey yellow kind of matte shade. And I decided to toss it at the ends of that transition shade just to see if I could kind of warm it up a little bit, bring a little bit more depth to the look, and just to try something different. Now we're going to go with the shade Bold Rush. This is the warm brown I was telling you guys about, and this is going to be really our transition shade for everything. So I'm placing the initial product of Bold Rush, that warm brown I was telling you guys about, at the very base of my eye, and then bringing the lighter, less amount of product at the top to kind of create a transition that works with what we're doing and only works with one shade. So that's a really nice trick for you guys if you only have like a warm brown kind of shade to work with as your transition. Start with the bottom of it, like on the bottom of your eye, most intense, and then kind of like blend it up and flare it out so that it's less intense. But you can see I really can build this shade up quite a bit, and all I'm doing here is working with this shade and making sure that it is as blended as I want and just as perfect as I can possibly get it. Next, we're going to go with the shade Big Broach. This is a warm, really deep brown. Almost like a brownie shade. It's gorgeous, but it has these like specks of glitter throughout it. You can see them here in my eye. When you really pack this shade on, it reflects. You can apply this shade over a glitter glue to really pop that glitter, but I'm just using it as like a matte shade here basically. Now I'm going to go back into the shade Bold Rush and blend out those edges. We don't want any harsh lines here, so I'm just blending everything out, really taking my time. Now we're going to go back in with that concealer, and I'm going to be using this brush right here. It's super flat. This is the Ulta Beauty flat concealer brush, and I'm cutting my crease, and I'm only going to do a half cut crease with this. I really like the way that a half cut crease looks on my eyes. I find that it is the most flattering for me. So now where we place the concealer, we're going to place this shade Gold Star. It is the star of this look. It is a true yellow honey gold. It is absolutely beautiful, and I did not wet my brush. I found that the concealer was wet enough that I didn't need to, but if you're struggling with this shade, go ahead and spritz your brush with some water, some Fix Plus, any kind of setting spray you have. It will do the trick. Primer spray, anything like that will do it. So next, I'm going to go in with the shade Diggin' You. It's basically a lighter version of Gold Star, and I'm placing it more in the inner corner and kind of like just towards the top of that cut crease. Next, I'm going to go with the shade 24 Carats. This is a gorgeous shade, and I'm going to place it under my brow bone. I normally don't highlight my brow bone with a super shimmery shade, but I found that it just really worked with this look. This shade is beautiful. I'm also going to place it on my inner corner. Really intense, pack it on as much as I possibly can. Next, I'm going to go with the NYX Glitter Glue, and I'm going to place this on the back of my hand. I slowed this down. This isn't sped up for you guys, so you can see really well the amount that I'm using. I actually use a little bit too much, but I'm going to take a little angled brush and kind of spread the product out, and then with this angled brush, I'm going to outline the tops of that cut crease, the edges of it, and then I'm going to go in with the shade Golden Touch. This is like almost a glitter, but not quite. It's not really a pressed glitter, but it's just beautiful, okay? It does flake a little bit like glitter, but it's not like heavy chunks. And then I'm going to just blend out the edges of the shade Gold Star, and I'm going to go with the shade Bold Rush here and just kind of touch up the look, make sure everything is as deep as I need, everything is as blended as I can get it. And then with this angled brush, I'm going to use the shade Let's Do It, which is the matte black, and I'm basically going to create a faux liner just to hide my lash band a little bit and create a really easy version of eyeliner. And then for the lower lash line, I'm going to use the shade Bold Rush. You guys saw there that I did use my beauty sponge to kind of wet that area. I find that doing that makes it not peel off my concealer. It just kind of looks better when I do it. So now I'm going to go in with the Perfect Precision liner in the shade Brown, and I'm going to tight line my eyes. I found that this just made my eyes look more bold. And now I'm going to just put on some mascara. And this is very important. I use this next mascara. This is the Essence 16-Hour Wear something Stylist mascara, 18-hour wear, sorry. And I'm going to apply this on my lower lashes. I find that this teeny tiny brush works better.
You would go with these.
You saw me pointing to those.
No, I didn't.
Those were the ones I chose. Okay, so I did go with the lashes my husband chose out, and now I'm going to line my lips with the Perfect Precision lip liner in the shade Sugar and Spice, I believe it's called. Now I'm going to go in with this Makeup Revolution lip gloss in the shade Cookie. These lip glosses are so nice. I have the clear one, which is the shade Glaze, and I'm obsessed with that one. But I felt like this look needed something shimmery on the lips, so I'm going to go with this Milani lip gloss as well. I don't know the shade of this one off the bat, so I'm going to link it in the description box below. Okay guys, so you can see that this cheek is way more highlighted than this one. By the way, hi, these lashes are super cute. I normally don't go for such a wispy style. I normally like very full lashes, but I think this is really cute that this has so many different styles. Probably my favorite ones in here would be these like fluffier ones down here that are fuller, but these have like, I don't know, they have something to them that's a little bit fun, and I think this look is super fun, so, you know, it makes sense. But I just wanted to share with you guys the highlight that I have on this side is actually an eyeshadow from this palette, and it is the one that I have on my inner corner. I just used it with this really little precise brush from the brand Cheek. This is their Glow brush. I actually got this at Big Lots. I feel like if I pressed my sponge into my skin and then went in with this one is the one shade 24. This is the shade 24 Carats. Like, oh, it is gorgeous. It does have some like glitter particles throughout it, but it is, I mean, if you only want to take like one palette with you when you travel, this really does have so many things. All I would say is that like make sure you bring a bronzer if you're using this to travel, because I feel like there's not enough transition shades in this palette, but the shimmers are insane. Now it's time to go in with this highlight. This is the Wet Dream highlighter Supreme Frost from Jeffree Star. The name of it is Wet Dream, like the shade name. And oh, it looks like a regular old highlighter, but when you put this bad boy on, NASA will be calling you up because they'll be able to see you from space and they're going to want to know what highlights on your face. So what I'm going to do is set my face with the Jake Jamie Tropical Quench Essence Spray. This is from Makeup Revolution. This is a collaboration with Jake Jamie. And I'm going to spritz my face and then we're going to go with this highlight. So I like to make sure that my face has like really absorbed all the moisture from the thing we just used, the little spray. So you can use this one of two ways. If you use it with a brush, it's less intense, but this is a pretty dense brush, so I think it will give a nice highlight. It's almost like a fan style highlighting brush, almost. But I did read the packaging on this and it says that if you apply it with your finger, you get even more like intense. I will say the shade from here is whiter than this one is, but this one is like more bam, you know? Does that make sense? Like look at that, and then even though the shade is more gold, it packs more of a punch in my opinion. So now I'm going to go back into this palette. I'm going to use a more dense blush brush. I'm going to use this one right here. And I'm going to dip into this shade right here. This one, they don't have names, so like the lightest shimmery peach shade. And pop this on the apples of my cheeks. I like to go in with blush last on my face just to kind of like make sure everything is like really well transitioned. Okay guys, so I thought I was like done with this video, but I forgot about a product completely. So the very last thing that we're gonna try on is this Soul Body dry shimmering oil. The reason I really wanted a dry oil is because when I apply, like for example, my Wet n Wild body luminizer, this was exclusive to Walmart. I believe it's still available. They have 3 shades, and you can see I used this all last summer and it's here now. And what you do is it looks like it separates, so you have to shake it up a lot, like very aggressively shake it, but then it turns into like all this color, this rose gold, and I love it. But the problem is that that one is very oily, so I really wanted a dry oil. Another alternative to this one, if you really just want to pick something up in store, is the Makeup Revolution Glow Revolution. This is super nice. You can see I've used quite a bit of this one as well, all last summer as well. And I have the shade Timeless Bronze. But the thing with this one is that like it doesn't hydrate your skin at all. So this is kind of a hybrid product. By the way, I love Soul's packaging. It's super cute. I'm already obsessed. Ooh, okay. And the other one is a spray. This one actually comes in a pump. So Soul does have their own, Soul by the way is sister brand to Colourpop. Soul does have their own like spongy thing, but I'm actually going to use it with my Real Techniques 212 brush. This is just a really large like body brush. So I'm going to show you guys my shoulder. I actually thought it was going to be running faster than that, so it's not terrible, but oh, it is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I love luminous products, and in the wintertime I kind of stray away from them just because I'm more covered up and everything, but for special occasions I like to sparkle. Like, I can't help it. I like glittery stuff. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I'm so obsessed. This smells amazing. This smells so good. I just want to like keep smelling, like, you know, keep taking huge breaths of air because it smells so good. Another thing is that this palette is, she's so good, you guys. My mom picked this up for me and she knows me so well. Like, this palette is me. It's so pretty, and I'm just obsessed with this look I created. I think that's pretty much like all the new stuff I had to test out for you guys. Oh, and I also freaking love this blush palette. This is gorgeous. I mean, this is like vacation, you got it. Like, and even in these, you take this away and then you have 2 really nice winter blushes. So even though it as a palette in itself, it's really nice for like a ton of different occasions. I think it's just really pretty, and the packaging is great. It's LA Girl, super affordable, so if you're looking for some nice blushes, check this out. And yeah, guys, so I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this look, and I will see you all in my next holiday video because there will be plenty more coming at you guys. I love you, and I will see you all soon. Bye.